Shalom, 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 shalom. First and foremost, I gotta say, Kal Halal Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Chakudash. Gotta give double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, shalom, salutation. To all you sincere occupants who cause the four winds, pushing this truth for sincerity of heart. I am your fellow servant, Kasamagan from the DC camp. Coming at you through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Chakudash. And in this installment of Quick Spiritual Hit, I want to touch on something quite sensitive, but it's real. It's part of this truth, and I was going to call it through the Spirit, cleanse me from my hidden faults. And going off of King David, I like that with that, and the scriptures that inspired this lesson is edification in Psalms 19 and 12. It says, "Who can understand his errors? Cleanse thou me from secret faults." Now, when you look up the word secret faults, secret right there is a kha. It's a kha, a tha, and a ra, and it means hidden, or concealed or hidden. And when you look up the word faults, it's khatha, meaning sins. So you have secret sins, but now it really goes deeper than just secret sins, because you got secret sins where you actually literally go off and you have knowledge that you go off and you're trying to hide it. But what I want to get into is something deeper, right? And then what I did is I typed in fault on Edom Online, and it says what came up is late 13th century faulty or deficiency, right? A fault is a deficiency. That's where you get the word defect, right? Earlier faulty, opening gap, failure, flaw, blemish, lack, deficiency. Shortcomings. See that? Deceptive, feigned, spurious, deceive, disappoint. Shortcomings. Your flaws. What are your flaws? What are your shortcomings? What are your personality defect? Right? And brothers have all types of personality defects. My personality defect that I've been fighting for years, personally, it's just discipline on all levels. It's getting better over the years, and over the years it's gotten better, but I still got work to do. But that's being honest with yourself. Those are your secret faults, man. So you need to know that. You need to know your secret faults. Tell you what, David knew about his secret faults, because this is what he said. Psalms 19 and 13, he said, this is David speaking about himself. He says, "Keep back thy servant also from presumptuous sins." What is presumptuous sins? Let's look up presumptuous right quick. What it means to be presumptuous sins. Just bear with me, Akims. Presumptuous means proud, presumptuous, arrogant. See, arrogant, proud, insolent. Arrogant ones, presumptuous. So arrogance. So now, what does that mean? It tells you David is letting you know that he understood that one of his issues, one of his secret faults was what? Was arrogance, presumptuous. When you're going out of your way to make decisions and without analyzing or examining the situation, not even knowing, trying to make sure, double check if you're right or if you're wrong, but you just make a rash decision. That's called presumptuousness. You making things up, not double checking, not fact checking. That's arrogance, man. That goes back to pride. So David right there tells you, that what? When you read it again, it says, keep back thy servant from presumptuous sins. He knew that was one of his personality defect, one of his secret faults, one of his flaws. But it takes a real man to, not only, of course, a man of the Lord, you need to be honest with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, because the Lord already knows your defects. But it takes a real man and a man of the Lord to be honest with yourself and be like, you know what, these are my issues, man. I got issues, man. Help me. Issues. I have baggage. When you talk about, oh, man, I can't get with this woman. I've been trying to get with this woman. I've been trying to help her, but she's damaged good. She got a lot of baggage. She got a lot of trauma from her past relationship. It's the same thing with us, Hakim. We are the Most High spiritual woman, and we have a lot of baggage, a lot of damage. Damages have been done to us, and it's actually made us into persons or individuals in personality that we don't really want to be. That's why you end up doing things that you don't want to do. That's how sins, creep in and so on and so forth. And the flesh will feed into your flaws as you're trying to hide your flaws. Instead of exercising your demons, you're trying to hide your demons. No, just be honest with Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, and most importantly, be honest with yourself, man. Because the Most High already know. Yahweh Bashim Yahshua already know. That's why he sent Yahweh Shai to be in you, so Yahweh Shai can fix you from the inside out. Help you fix your flaws, man. That's why we pray to Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. We pray to Yahweh Shai that he fixes us from the inside out. So Psalms 19:13, keep back that servant from presumptuous sins. Let them not have dominion over me. Then shall I be upright, and I shall be innocent from the great transgression. See that? So that's the reality, man. Are you honest enough to work on yourself? To realize what your sin, what your hidden secrets, your hidden faults are, your personality defects and flaws, your baggage that you need to fix to get to the next level spiritually. Now I have a few scriptures that show you what personality defects and flaws can be. A few scriptures. This is Proverbs 8:33. It says, "Hear instruction and be wise, and refuse it not." If you have a hard time hearing instruction, that's a flaw. That's a character flaw, personality flaw, a defect. That's a hidden fault. You need to check that out. You need to pray to the Lord, pray and fast that he fixes that within you so you can move forward in this truth. Proverbs 13:18, "Poverty and shame shall be to him that refuseth instruction, but he that regardeth reproof shall be honored." You see that? So not wanting instruction is a flaw. It's a personality defect, right? It's not who you are. If you're part of the elect, it's not who you are, but it's who you have become all these years in the world, man. You picked up that bullshit, so you need to get rid of it. It's leaven. All right. Proverbs 12:15, it says, "The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise." So if you tend to just be wise in your own house, your own eyes, and can nobody tell you nothing, that's a personality flaw. That's it. That's a secret fault. That's a defect. You need to check that. Proverbs 17:28. It says, "Even a fool when he holdeth his peace is counted wise, and he that shutteth his lips is esteemed a man of understanding." So if you have a problem shutting the hell up, that's also a characteristic flaw. If you can't shut up, you don't know when to talk and when to be quiet, that's a hidden fault. That's a characteristic flaw. Pray to the Most High to help you, deal with that. To Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Proverbs 23, "It is an honor for a man to cease from strife, but every fool will be meddling." So if you're constantly meddling into every man's business, you want to know what they're doing, who they're doing it with, you want to know that's a characteristic flaw. That's what women do. As a man, you're not supposed to be in that mindset, in that spirit. You might have been around women too goddamn long. And as you picked up that bullshit, that's leaven. Got to get rid of it. Just examples of personality defects, hidden faults, as David called it. Proverbs 26:14. It says, I think it's probably, 26:12. Proverbs 26:12. It says, "See if thou a man wise in his own conceit, there is more hope of a fool than of him." You see that? So if you're wise in your own conceit and your own understanding, you leaning upon your own heart, that's a personality defect. That's a flaw. That's a deficiency. That's a hidden fault. So that's 11. You need to fix that. It's in you. You know what's in you. If you don't know, ask the Heavenly Father. Ask Yahweh Bashim Yahshua to reveal what's in you that's holding you back. Proverbs 29:11. It says, "A fool uttereth all his mind, but a wise man keepeth it until afterwards." So if you're a fool, you're going to utter all your mind. But man. If you don't know, you're not supposed to just open up your mouth and say everything that's in your mind, because some of it is garbage. Your words have to be tried according to the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So, but if you a person who just likes to just say stuff because you want people to hear you talk, that's a personality defect. That's a flaw. That's a hidden fault. Then the last scripture that I have is Ecclesiastes chapter 4. Let me see which one. 4 and 5. Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 5. It says, "The fool foldeth his hands together and eateth his own flesh." What does that mean? That's like grimy nigga. You folding your hands, that mean you don't want to do shit. But it says what? But eat of his own flesh. It's not talking about eating your own flesh or some self-cannibalism. It's talking about now you turning around and you pretty much eating off your own people. Being a grimy nigga. Eating off your woman because you ain't trying to do shit. Or eating off your parents because you ain't trying to do shit. You know what I'm saying? Being slick and grimy against your own people. You know what I'm saying? That's what it means, man. That's a personality defect. That's a flaw. You know what I'm saying? That's a hidden fault. So you need to be able to check that, man. And if you don't know what it is, pray to Yahweh Bashim Al-Shad that he reveals to it what it is that's holding you back. You know? So over the years, brothers know what it is. You just got to pray, fast, and work on it. Because those are the things that are holding you back from getting to the next level. All right? So hopefully you brothers was edified with this video, man. That's a quick spiritual hit. I wanted to edify the hopeful elect, Bakarim Yashala. So I'm going to say, Kal Halal Yahweh Bashim Al-Shad. Of course, the honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, shalom salutation to all you sincere Akims across the four winds.